clubs, bars, lounges, all of that is a waste of time and money. I remember growing up as a young jit, I used to daydream, fantasize, couldn't wait till I was old enough to legally enter one of these establishments, right? I watched movies like Biker Boys, Stump the Yard, Who Got Served, whatnot, where the main setting, the climaxes and highlights of these movies were in clubs, situations like that, right? So I looked at that, man, I see the girls, I see the drinks. I wasn't really too concerned about the drinks, but I see the girls, the tobacco. I didn't really care about the tobacco, but I seen the girls, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I can't wait until I can hit up the fellas on that, hey, man, y'all trying to go to the club, man, hit the club, politic with the ladies. Then I turned 21. Cell phones became a thing. Social media became a thing. And I feel like it changed the landscape. Maybe it was like that at one point in time, right? But I can tell you right now, it ain't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think the juice is worth the squeeze these days. If you think about it, man, all the clubs are nowadays is paying to spend money. You got to pay to get in just to get in and spend more fucking money. You really going there specifically to spend money. I mean, if that's what you into, if that's how you get your rocks off. For me personally, bro, I got better bullshit to waste my money on. You know what I'm saying? CPUs, RAM, I could buy a computer part. Shit, I'd rather spend my money on 2K, man. I get more value out of that, right? When you go to the club as a gentleman, right? What is your primary objective of the night? Come on with something. Get a number. Start something up, right? And I know a lot of people say, man, nah, you shouldn't go out trying to get women, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? I agree with that. But why the fuck am I going to the club if I ain't trying to get no hoes, bro? What other reason is there to be in the club? And guess what, man? You hear from the ladies themselves, they don't even go to the club these days to interact with dudes, bro. No. They go there with their friends. They shaking ass on their friend. I want that ass on me. I want it on me. With all that being said, when I sit down, ponder, reflect, and I get to pontificating, I can't help but think, bro, the nightlife is a scam. That shit is just there to siphon money out your pockets. Now, look, don't get me wrong. If you're a woman, oh yeah, the nightlife was made for you. It's surrounded by you. It's putting you on a pedestal, right? Because you think about it, when you go to the club, the ladies, they get in cheaper. They even have a certain amount of time. Hey, ladies, if you come in such and such and such, you get in for free. You know what I'm saying? They want to have the ratio to where there's more women than men in the club. So they go out their way. They make efforts to make the club experience as least difficult. I can't find the word I'm looking for, but they jump through hoops for the women, you know what I'm saying? As they should, right? Because that's the money play right there, right? The clubs ain't nothing without women, right? So to me, the idea to think that like I shouldn't be going to the club that's the whole, bro, that's what it's meant. I digress, right? I can understand why women like to go to the club, right? Egos boosted, head big as a balloon, right? It's made for them, right? And if I know there's a place, right, that's gonna constantly glaze just my existence, just me breathing, whether I'm cute, decent, ugly, man. If I got what the girls got two X chromosomes, man. If I'm female, right, it's a no-brainer, right? If I knew somebody of the opposite sex was putting on their best dress, they flyest fit, pulling up with money they don't have, at least they spend comfortably, all to impress me for one night, and I know I probably never see them again. Hell, and I know that's almost a guarantee every night. Hell yeah, I'm in that shit. So I ain't gonna lie, I see why women would enjoy the club, right? And that's another thing too, right? I see things where women be like, oh, just because you buy me this and you do all that don't mean I'm gonna give you rightfully so. I agree with that. But to me, I find it kind of crazy. It's like, what do you think niggas is doing it for, right? You know what I'm saying? Niggas is out there spending their last, flexing, trying to get a piece of that, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get a piece of that apple pie. And then they go home hungry, thirsty. It's a no-brainer for the woman, right? And then too, you got to think about it. What girls see as fun and what dudes see as fun is two different things, right? I remember I was talking to somebody one time and I was like, it's not that dudes don't like to have fun. It's just that what y'all see as fun, we don't technically see as fun, right? Going somewhere looking cute ain't fun to us, right? I want to do something, you know what I'm saying? And then too, I never understood, like, bro, people, man, I swear to God, right? People talk about like their college experience, right? Like, oh, I got so drunk this night. Oh, I was lit. And I'm listening to it and I could see the genuine excitement and They not bullshitting me when they telling me they had fun, but I'm listening to the story and I'm like, bro, getting so drunk, I don't remember what happened. Don't sound like a good time to me, bro. It really don't sound like getting drunk and not remembering how I got that shit don't sound fun to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That don't sound exciting to me. It ain't something I would want to be bragging about, right? But people have genuine excitement about shit like this, right? I hear the stories and people like, man, college was fun. Man, I was wild back in the day, man. That shit was lit. I guess. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm not up for a little debauchery, but like, I at least want to remember it, you know what I'm saying? And I think really, honestly, people who can't stay out of the clubs, male or female, I think it's something deeply wrong with them emotionally. I gotta be honest with you, bro. Because, bro, it's really all of fucking like, if you go into the club as a dude, it's a dick measuring contest, right? And I don't want to measure my dick, you know what I'm saying? I probably should cut that out, right? And as a girl, it's just an ego booster, right? It's basically egos gone wild in the club. That's what a club is. Egos gone wild. Everybody in there posturing, flexing, doing this and that, bro. I don't understand people who can't stop going to the club, right? They have kids, but they're not taking care of them because they're in the club every weekend, bro. I honestly, personally, in my older age, looking at it, I think something is wrong with you. And I'm not saying like you're defective or nothing. I just think you need to go to, therapy, work some things out, bro, because it just don't make sense, bro. And especially as a dude, bro, you happily spending your money for nothing, right? Think about it, right? You go cop a section what? $500, right? You get it for a certain amount of time. And then on top of that, you got to get more drinks, right? You got to get the big sparkling bottles. So now your tab probably at, I don't know, $1,500, right? Niggas pay $1,500 for rent, bro. Why not go to the ABC store? You can get enough liquor for everybody that probably would have been in your section for at least $300. And that's probably overkill. And you could do the same thing you would have did at the club. But only difference is nobody see you. And that's why I feel like something is wrong with you niggas, bro, because you want to be seen. Now, I'm not going to say so much if you like 21, 22, 23, hell, even 25, right? You never experienced this before. You hear people hyping it up and you want to go see what it's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Maybe back in the day when people actually danced and communicated, I can understand that, right? But nowadays, honestly, bro, I don't want to call you lame, bro, because I know everybody going through their own shit, but thinking about it, bro, as a dude, especially, bro, you paying $60 to get in just to pay $500 for a shot of Patron and to take pictures and be like, yeah, we outside tonight. Nigga, what? I think I would have more fun spending that $300 on my team packs on 2K, bro. If I'm being straight up real with you, right? And maybe I'm lame, right? Maybe I'm overthinking it. But all I see, clubs, bars, strip clubs, really all I see is all they're doing is siphoning money from insecure dudes, using possibly some insecure women or ego-driven, narcissistic women to draw in those insecure men. And it's just a toxic cycle, right? This is why, like, you're probably not gonna find your wife in the club, right? Because if you think about it, somebody who's constantly in the club in that toxic cycle, bro, you have to think about it. Somebody who's constantly in that life, in that environment, who enjoys being there, who has an emotional need to be there. I know I'm getting a little philosophical on y'all, you got to pardon me, but man, I can't really fathom what enjoyment people are getting out of it, bro. And I feel like people are lying to other people and lying to themselves, right? And, the club promoters and the man, the band, whoever the big mastermind is, niggas is geniuses, right? No matter of fact, niggas is not geniuses. They've been doing this shit for years, right? I forgot what Roman emperor said it, but they said you give them bread in a circus and they'll be basically, they turn their brains off. I can't remember the quote exactly, but basically he said, you distract these niggas, bro, they're not gonna uprise. They not gonna see the bullshit we doing. And I feel like that's why like things like this is so prevalent, man. They really feeding off our insecurities. And yeah, nigga, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's no reason a shot of tequila should be $40 when I could buy hey, bro, hey, look, man. And then on top of that, bro, I gotta be real with you. I just don't see how this is fun. Like, how is this a good night out, right? I only went to the club a handful of times. Literally 3. One strip club and I guess it was a lounge. It was marketed as a lounge, but that was a club, bro. And then another club. I'm not gonna lie. The strip club and then the club. I went to both of those in the same weekend, right? It was my homeboy birthday. We were celebrating. We went to a strip club one night, and I think the last night we was there, we went to a lounge, quote unquote. And it was cool, you know what I'm saying? We didn't get no hoes at neither one of them. But it was cool, man. It was a nice little vibe. The music was cool, you know what I'm saying? And then the last time I went to a club, oh my gosh, bro, that really just put the nail in the coffin, right? Man, first of all, I had to pay extra because I had a white tee on. Got to the door, you know, they saying 40 for dudes and whatnot. It was like, yeah, you gotta pay extra 20 because you got a white tee. I'm like, what? And I didn't drive. Man, if I wish I would have drove that night. I would have went to the crib, bro. But the person I came with was going in, so I had to go in too. Got in there, man. It was dead. Everybody was just in their own little area, circled up. They had bleachers in there. What fucking club got We were sitting on the bleachers for an hour and a half, bro. I was with the group I came with. Everybody that came together, they were just off in a little group playing some whack ass music, bro. The music wasn't even hitting. Went and got me a Long Island. I ain't gonna lie, the Long Island was punching. That was probably the best part of the night, the Long Island. That shit was like $15. Nigga, I can make 60 of them motherfuckers at the crib. This shit was overpriced. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? And no girl shook their ass on me, bro. Like, I'm just keeping it real with you, bro. So the night was a failure to me because that's what else am I in the club for, bro? Dead ass, bro. I know Unc wildin' right now, but come on, bro. Come on, man. No, none of that, man. I want to leave the club with blue. Anyways, that's just my rant about the nightlife, clubs, and things like that. Gentlemen, call you up a nice lady. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get some food, you get some drinks, play some music, and I'm telling you, man, that's gonna be a way better night than going to the club trying to politic with a girl who really just using you to boost her ego, right? Just to say, oh, niggas want me. That's all the club is, bro. And your dumb ass in there spending your life savings and shit. Man, I digress, man. I'm too old for this shit, bro.